When we think of historical figures, we often remember the most famous names like Albert Einstein, Leonardo da Vinci, or Cleopatra. But what about the lesser-known heroes who have changed the course of history in remarkable ways? How many of their stories do you know? Welcome to English Smarties, where you practice your English while exploring captivating topics. Today, we're diving into the lives of some incredible yet lesser-known historical figures who made a lasting impact on the world. These are people who changed the way we live, think, and dream, yet often don't receive the recognition they deserve. Let's explore their legacies and see what we can learn from them. Marie Curie, a pioneer in science. Let's start with Marie Curie, a name you might recognize but whose full story is often overlooked. Born in Poland in 1867, Marie Curie was not only the first woman to win a Nobel Prize, but she also remains the only person to have won Nobel Prizes in two different sciences, physics and chemistry. Marie Curie's groundbreaking work in radioactivity led to the discovery of two elements, polonium and radium. Her research paved the way for the development of X-rays, which revolutionized medicine. However, her dedication came at a cost. She was exposed to high levels of radiation during her research, ultimately leading to her death. Despite the risks, she remained committed to her work, showing the world that persistence and passion can lead to extraordinary achievements. Key lesson: Marie Curie's life teaches us the power of perseverance and the importance of pushing boundaries, even in the face of adversity. Nikola Tesla, the unsung genius. Next, let's talk about Nikola Tesla, a brilliant inventor and engineer whose work laid the foundation for much of the technology we use today. While Thomas Edison is often credited for inventing the light bulb, it was Tesla's innovations in alternating current, AC, that made widespread electrification possible. His inventions also include the induction motor, the Tesla coil, and even concepts for wireless communication that predated Wi-Fi. Despite his genius, Tesla was often overshadowed by his contemporaries and struggled financially throughout his life. Yet, his inventions continue to influence modern technology. Without Tesla, we might not have the electric power systems we rely on today. Key lesson: Tesla's story is a reminder that sometimes it's the quiet innovators behind the scenes who make the biggest impact. His life shows us that being ahead of your time can be both a gift and a curse. Wangari Maathai, a champion of the environment. Now, let's shift gears to an incredible woman whose work changed the landscape of environmental activism, Wangari Maathai. Born in Kenya, Maathai was the first African woman to win the Nobel Peace Prize. She founded the Green Belt Movement, an organization focused on environmental conservation and women's rights. By mobilizing communities to plant millions of trees, she not only helped combat deforestation but also empowered women to take control of their lives. Maathai's work went beyond planting trees. It was about sustainability, social justice, and fighting for the rights of marginalized communities. Despite facing political opposition and even imprisonment, she remained steadfast in her mission to protect the environment and uplift her people. Key lesson: Wangari Maathai's life shows us that one person can make a difference, even against powerful opposition. Her legacy inspires us to fight for what we believe in and protect our planet. Hypatia of Alexandria, the forgotten mathematician. Let's go back even further in time to Hypatia of Alexandria, one of the earliest female mathematicians, astronomers, and philosophers. Born in Egypt during the 4th century, Hypatia was a respected scholar who taught mathematics and astronomy in a time when women were rarely seen in such roles. Hypatia was known for her critical thinking and scientific approach, which made her a respected teacher in Alexandria. However, during a period of political and religious turmoil, she was seen as a threat by certain groups and was tragically murdered. Despite her untimely death, her work laid the foundation for many scientific discoveries that followed. Key lesson: Hypatia's story reminds us of the importance of education and the pursuit of knowledge. even in the face of societal challenges. Grace Hopper, the Queen of Computing. Finally, let's talk about Grace Hopper, a pioneering computer scientist who was instrumental in the development of early computer programming languages. Hopper was one of the first programmers of the Harvard Mark I computer during World War II, and is often credited with developing the first compiler, which translates human-readable code into machine language. Her work led to the creation of COBOL, one of the earliest high-level programming languages, which is still in use today. Known as Amazing Grace, she was also famous for coining the term debugging, after finding an actual moth causing a malfunction in a computer. Key lesson: Grace Hopper's story teaches us the value of innovation and the impact that one determined individual can have on an entire industry. How can we learn from these figures? Each of these historical figures faced their own set of challenges, but their determination, vision, and willingness to think differently allowed them to leave a mark on the world. Whether it's through scientific discoveries, technological innovations, or environmental activism, their legacies remind us that greatness often comes from resilience and a willingness to break the mold. Now that you've heard about some lesser-known but impactful historical figures, who inspires you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's topic, be sure to subscribe for more fascinating content, and remember, stay curious.